everyone, it's Pat from Seattle Coffee Gear, and we are here today to do a look at the Breville Bambino Plus and the base Bambino model. So we've had both of these machines for a little while now, but we wanted to give you a bit of a comparison between the two of them directly because it can be a little confusing to try to figure out what the differences between them are because they look really similar, but they have different price points. So let's talk a little bit about each of their features, and then we'll go through and make a drink on each of them so you can kind of see how the workflow works with these. So first we'll talk about the Breville Bambino Plus, which was originally came out before the other Bambino. So we've had this one for a little bit longer. This is a really great starter espresso machine. It makes really good espresso. Both of these just come with pressurized espresso baskets, but that can be really good for new users because the pressurized baskets are going to account for some inconsistencies in grind level or tamp and stuff like that. So you can still get great tasting shots even if everything, all the steps along the way are not absolutely perfect. So that's going to be with both of these machines. And then both of them also have a thermocoil heating system that is really fast to heat up. So you can be making espresso just a few seconds after you start them up generally. And this one, however, does include an automatic steaming system. So you can flip it up if you want to do manual steaming yourself, or you can put it back down and you put your milk pitcher on this little sensor here, and then it detects the temperature of the pitcher and the milk inside and then steams accordingly. It also has a way for you to adjust the froth level of your milk. If you prefer a lower amount of froth for like a latte, or if you want a lot of froth for a cappuccino, you can do that with this button. It also gives you temperature control over your shots. So you have 3 different temperature levels that are just a little bit different so that you can kind of get a little bit of a different taste out of it, or maybe you just like it a little hotter or less hot. So I'm gonna leave it at the level 2 right now. And then we've got just the steam button, and you've got your single and double shot buttons, which you can set to different times to really dial in your shot so that you don't have to do all of the weighing steps every single time or measuring the volume. So that's this one. This one also has a slightly more premium kind of feel to the casing. The portafilter itself is a little weightier. It feels a little nicer in the hand. And it has a larger water tank too, obviously, because it is a little bit bigger. So let's talk a little bit about the base Bambino. So this one is less expensive, which is nice for people who are maybe getting in for the first time. And it really just drops a few of the features from the Bambino Plus. So you don't have the automatic steaming. You have to do all of your steaming manually, and you don't get the temperature control that you get with the Bambino Plus. However, you do kind of as a trade get a hot water button that's dedicated here, which the Bambino Plus does not have, which is kind of nice. Otherwise, the espresso brewing functionality is pretty similar to the Bambino Plus. Again, it's the same kind of heating system inside, so it's going to produce the same amount of heat. It's going to have the similar pump and all that stuff. The portafilter on this one, like I said, is a little lighter and a little less hefty, which depending on your taste may be a turnoff for you. And the case is quite similar to the Bambino Plus, but there's a little bit more of a plasticky feel at parts of it. And that water tank is a little smaller. So ultimately, these are two very similar machines. It's just going to come down to whether or not you want the automatic milk steaming, and if the temperature control is really important to you, or if you want maybe something a little smaller with the hot water button and you don't mind steaming your milk manually. So with all of that stuff covered, let's make a drink on both of them. We can compare them a little bit and you can see how the workflow works with them both. All right, so I'm going to start my drink process. Unlock the portafilter. And I need to get my scale going and tear it out. I'm going to be doing about 14 grams in and about 28 to 30 out for our shot. A little much. Okay. Both of these machines come with the same tamper, so that's going to be the same for both. you'll find because they're a little bit light, sometimes when you're engaging the portafilter like that, you will, it'll be a little, feel like you have to hold the machine a little bit, which is just kind of a function of both of these machines. So I'm just using an automatic setting that I've already programmed in to get my volume just about right. Right, it's got about an ounce shot there, and I'm going to steam my milk. Some people steam first and then brew. I'm just doing it this way for now, and I'm going to use the automatic steaming feature on this machine. So it's going to hit it. I'm going to set our froth to 2, just so we get right in the middle there, and push the steam button and let it do its thing. Okay, got our milk. I'm still going to need to purge it. So as you can see, it does a little bit of auto purging there. And then I'm going to wipe down the wand to get that milk off of it. So auto purging, really useful. Helps you to avoid forgetting to do that because it's really important. Got our milk. I'm going to go ahead and pour this. Do it with my other hand here. I'm no latte art pro. I really like the drinks that come off of both of these machines. It's really easy to make something that tastes pretty great. Okay, so we're reset and we're going to make a drink on the base Bambino now. So pull this portafilter out. I'm going to re-tear it because it is a little bit lighter. Going to make a similar drink. 14 grams of espresso. Beans in. Oops, a little bit of mess. That's just about perfect. Take a little bit off the top there. And we're going to call that good. Okay. Roll the grounds a bit. Okay, same thing here. I'm going to use the setting that I have set up already. Our shot on this machine was a little bit faster. That just comes down to slight differences in tamp and stuff. It's not necessarily indicative of any differences between the machines. And I tested this one beforehand and it still tastes perfectly fine. So we are good there. steam my milk. Alright. Okay, so with this one, I am going to need to do my own purging on it instead of just relying on the auto purging because it doesn't have those automatic features. So just make sure you remember if you have a machine like this that you're always purging the steam wand when you're done steaming your milk. So let's pour a drink. All right, and very similar looking drink from a quality perspective to the first one. Let's see how it tastes. Yep, we get very good flavor on this one as well. And it just goes to show that while the features are a little different between these two machines, they make similar drinks. It just comes down to what kind of automation you want and things like that temperature adjustment that we talked about before. So, excuse me. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that this has helped you maybe make a decision between these two machines. They're both great. I'm sure you'll be happy with either one. If you did like the video, be sure to hit the like button and leave us any questions you have about these machines in the comments below, and get subscribed for more content like this in the future. Thanks.